Get us going.
Yeah, Andrew, you're from Dallas and Commerce, Texas, about an hour and a half away from Arlington. I assume you got a lot of family and friends coming to this game.
Yeah, got about, I want to say like probably 15, trying to get 15 to come.
Yeah,
Players on.
have you been trying to like hustle people for tickets and stuff?
Oh yeah, definitely. Had to get my hustle on starting Sunday night.
Have you ever played in Cowboy Stadium? You ever been to a game there?
Oh yeah, I've been in a lot of like state championship games there. I not played in, but like actually watched. But I played last time I played Cowboy State. It had to be like Little League or something. I never played in there like on a big atmosphere though.
Mhm. Landon, you're a little farther away, but still a Texas guy. You got a lot of family coming.
Yeah, I got quite a bit. Got a lot that I'm trying to get tickets for, and then a lot that I've kind of told, like, hey, you might have to buy a ticket. But
Yeah.
so I mean, I got quite a bit of family coming up.
Have you ever played in the stadium?
Yeah, I've played there 3 times because we went to state my freshman, sophomore, and junior year, and then won it my freshman and junior year. So
Yeah,
I
I
played there
mean,
3 times.
obviously you played in college. What was it like against LSU playing your former team? We didn't get to talk to you last week. What was the emotion like? And I guess seeing a lot of guys that you knew.
Man, it was great. I got to go against my roommate Garrett Dellinger, who is currently their starting right guard. So chopped it up with him quite a bit after the game. Talked to some old D line teammates, and then I mean, just really just got to see how they've been, and really just get to go against guys I've been going against since my freshman year.
You guys got off to a really great start against them, and then obviously right before half they scored, and then they just scored every single drive. What do you think happened that changed? Obviously, there's some adjustments being made by them, but what do you think, from your vantage point, happened to allow them to be so much more productive in the second half?
Yeah, I think our defensive front needs to be more like we need to go out there and be ready for the tempo more. You know, I think last week they started tempoing, and I guess our defensive line just, I mean, we got to be able to still play the same when they're tempoing us that we do whenever they're not. So I think that played a big part in it, and then also, I mean, we just got to play better football. We got to have less penalties, and I mean, just play cleaner ball.
Thanks, fellas.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew, I wonder if you've gotten a sense from Coach Pittman or just teammates on like maybe the importance of this rivalry and how big the game is for the Razorbacks.
I mean, every game we play this year is going to be a big game for us. You know, we try to go in every game, try to prepare every game the same way. You know, just making sure that the team we're playing this week is, you know, the only thing that we're focused on is. And so I feel like, you know, away from the rivalry part, it's just another game that we have to go in and try our hardest to dominate in.
All right. Hey, Landon, you were part of last year's game, and that's kind of how they've finished for the Razorbacks in recent years. Maybe your thoughts about how intense maybe the rivalry is and how much y'all want to get one back on them.
Yeah, man, it's a big time rivalry. I think they've taken 10 of the past 11. So I mean, we're trying to get this one and come out on top. And I mean, it's a big time game, and I mean, I'm really trying to get a win. You know, I don't like losing. I come from a winning history, and I mean, I want to get this win for sure.
All right, and also scouting report on those guys preparing for a potential right-handed quarterback, left-handed quarterback. What do you think of their personnel?
I think both quarterbacks are very talented. Max Johnson has started games his freshman year, sophomore year, and now this year. So I mean, I'm excited to play him. He's another guy I was teammates with at LSU. He could throw really well in the run. So that's something we're preparing to do is keep him in the pocket. So I mean that, and then Connor Wayman. I mean, if he's able to play, he's a really talented quarterback as well.
All right. And Andrew, the defensive scouting report, they got some older guys in the secondary and some veterans up front too. What do you think of their defensive personnel?
You know, I feel like the defensive personnel is very good. You know, all credit to those guys over there. I know they're preparing just like as hard as we're preparing, and you know, we're just going to go out there and find ways to attack their defense in any way possible.
Bob.
Hey, Andrew, you know, you played at Texas A&M Commerce, which I guess is kind of like the Aggies, you know, younger brother or something.
Yes.
I had a A&M guy tell me that A&M recruited you pretty hard too. What's it like for a guy who was started his career at Commerce to play, you know, the big A&M? And did A&M recruit you, and how much consideration did you give him?
Well, I was locked in on Arkansas no matter what. So like it's gonna be good playing them. I did talk to coaches before I did commit or whatever, but it's gonna be a great time playing them. Just because I play for an A&M little brother, as you say. So it's gonna be fun playing. The big brother of commerce, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't mean that disrespectfully. Right?
No, no, you good, you good, you good.
And then y'all both, Jayla was talking about this too. All you guys from Texas, everybody's trying to get tickets, right? So how competitive is it? And do you guys, I don't know, are there some tricks to maybe? Oh, I thought I was going to get those tickets, but this guy got them. What's that like during the week? I guess the competitiveness of trying to score as many tickets as you can.
Man, I told my family, I told them on our family group chat, I got a guaranteed four. If you want to for sure be able to come and you're not mom, dad, brother, fiance, you better just go ahead and buy a ticket because there ain't no promises.
You gotta go to the low. You gotta go to where nobody think you're gonna go. That's the people you gotta go to that nobody think you'll go to. So that's the little trick.
You
So
got,
don't air this until I get the tickets.
okay, well, I don't know. I don't have anything to do with that. But and then KJ's on the he got 77 touchdowns. I guess they call it accounted for, passing and running, and he's about to break the school record for that. Just what do you guys think? Andrew, obviously you haven't been around KJ super long, but what do you guys think about KJ? What makes him such a productive quarterback?
I mean, KJ just, it's KJ. He stays in the film room. He pays attention to the defenses. If he sees anything wrong, he talks to all of us about what we can do better, what he can do better, even if he messes up. And he just takes accountability for everything, even if he's not in the wrong, he's just a great guy, a great quarterback, and make sure everything's run as smoothly as possible.
Land, you've obviously gone against KJ in practice a lot, and you get to watch him some in games, I guess, a little bit when you're not talking to your coaches. Just as from a defensive standpoint, what makes KJ so tough to defend?
Man, he's what makes the offense run. He's the engine to the offense. So, he can run the ball, he can throw the ball, and he's a really talented quarterback. And I think all of his leadership qualities is what makes him as talented as a quarterback as he is.
I guess you don't get to hit him in practice, and nor should you. But what do you think makes him so tough to tackle? Because we've seen all these videos of guys bouncing off him and stuff like he's wearing armor or something. What do you think makes him so tough to bring down?
Man, you would think he has eyes all around his head because he'll get hit from behind and won't really budge. So I think he has really good balance and really elusive.
Hey, it's got one more. I've had a lot of people ask me this week, how do you think the teams are doing? A couple of really tough losses, tough game coming up. I said, man, I don't know. I'll ask the players when we get them. So for each of you, maybe Landon, you could take it first. Kind of what's the mindset? How are you guys hanging in there?
Yeah, we're just really trying to stay together, that's the only way to bounce back from two losses is to stay together and man, let's go get this game. We can't separate and start point fingers and stuff. That's not the way you go on to win games. You got to put the losses behind you and go on and continue the season.
Just like Landon said, we seen the games that we lost. BYU we lost by a touchdown. LSU we lost by 3 points. So we know how good of a team we can be. Because if things fall our way like we wanted them to, there is no question about we could have been 4-0. Going into A&M, with our head very high, and our head is still high because. Like I said, we lost by 3. We lost by 1 touchdown. So, like I said, we know how great we can be as a team, and we're just going to go out there and just compete, and play like we're 4-0, trying to still go undefeated.
Thanks, guys.
Jackson.
Andrew, I know you and Isaac have, gotten some pretty consistent targets over the course of the year, but last Saturday was the first time Tyrone really got going in the offense and had the touchdown. Just have you seen any added confidence from him this week, and how good is it to kind of get him involved in the offense?
Man, it was great seeing him score that touchdown because me and him was talking literally the night before, about the opportunities there. I told him that night. I don't want to sound like LeBron or anything, but I knew that night, the day after he was going to score a touchdown, so I told him, just go out there and just do your thing. You're going to score. So I know, it was great. And I was really happy for him. You know, and I feel like his confidence. He's been very confident with just his play style and things like that. So I feel like throughout the season he's going to just continue to build.
Yeah, and him playing with you and Isaac is something we hadn't really seen until last week, all on the field at the same time. I mean, what's it been like in practice, the three of you working together? Has it, Coach Pittman said you haven't really been working on it too long. Does it seem like it's a pretty natural fit when the three of you guys share the field together?
Yeah, it's pretty natural. We all out there. Like I said, we are transfers. We all came in together. So all of us on the field at the same time. It was just everybody just know their job, know what they have to do. It's smooth, the spacing, the route running, everything was just fell into place.
Thanks, guys.
Right.
Yeah, I think Devon A-Chain is still running on Denver Broncos, so he's not somebody you have to worry about now. But Moss and Daniels, 8 and 4, is two talented backs. Just curious, Landon, what you've seen from those guys. What kind of runners are they?
Man, they run really hard. Their O-line is what gets that started. They have a really big, stronger O-line, and I think it'll be a better O-line that we'll be facing throughout the season. But I still to this day think we have a really talented defensive front, and I think we'll be able to shut it down if we just play the way I know we can play.
Yeah, can you expound a little bit more on that on the offensive line? Just what makes them a good front?
Yeah, I think it all starts with Bryce Foster, their center. He's a guy I knew growing up, and he's a really talented center. He's able to read defenses really well, and then their tackles are really big as well. I think they're both weighing in at close to 320, 325. So they got bigger, stronger guys, and really, really guys that are meant for a team that likes to run the football.
All right. Thanks, fellas.
Sir.
Daniel. Hey, Andrew, Coach Pittman talked about on Monday having to get the play call in faster because y'all burn timeouts on the play call. Just what have y'all done in practice this week to kind of fix that, or what have the coaches talked to y'all about?
Just everybody hustling up, getting on the ball as fast as we can, looking to the sideline and just making sure everybody is focused on, looking at the play and not focused on the play you just did, worry about, getting the ball to the ref or just like doing something that you're not supposed to do. So we put a big emphasis this week on just hurry up, get on the ball, looking to the sideline, getting the play and executing.
All right, thanks, fellas.